Welcome to the Half Done Hobbyist. My name's Simon. Thanks for joining me. Throughout history, there have been lots and lots of tales of people just disappearing without any explanation. This happens in the Imperium as well, obviously to a much greater degree. Now, I think we might have found the answer. Here we've got the Convergence of Dominion. So let's get into this. So there you go, some lovely pictures. It's 3 stages. Coincidentally, in the Necron codex, there's 3 separate profiles for these things. So if you had enough of them, you could swap out the models whenever they get damaged for the correct one, which would be quite cool. Right, let's open it up, see what we've got inside. Doesn't look like this will take very long at all. So we've got 2 pages and it's basically 2 halves for each with a few wee extra bits. We will just go right ahead and build this. Feels like good plastic for this, which is not always the case for Games Workshop terrain. At the very start of Age of Sigmar, there were the realm gates and things like that were pretty rubbishy, squishy, badly moulded plastic, so I thought it would be a theme that all terrain from then on was made out of that stuff, but it doesn't seem to be the case here. These feel just like proper models. Looks like it'll take a fair bit of cleanup on the sides, because these injection spots on the sprues are quite large. It's interesting how they've made these sprues work. They're both identical, obviously, and there's one base, 2 bases, and then the third base is made out of 1 part from each, which is very clever. So these things have been sleeping, these things have been dormant for all the time the Necrons have been asleep, and all of a sudden they've awoken. They can shoot, they can buff your armies, and they can also teleport around the battlefield. So I believe Cryptek units can teleport them to different locations. So if your army's needing a wee buff in that area, or even a bit of fire support, then teleport one of these guys. They've got 10 wounds, they're quite tough guys. They also have weapons called trans-dimensional abductors, which seem quite nasty. They are range 12, assault D3, strength 4, AP -3, D3, with no extra abilities. You could imagine having one of these things on your world, thinking nothing of it, maybe arrange tourist trips to it. It's like, come and see the alien monolith, and then all of a sudden, during one particular tour party, it comes to life and starts shooting you. That would be your tour industry down the pan. In the fluff for the Convergence of Dominion, where it states that these things were seen as archaeological finds and areas of interest for people, so they were actually tourist traps, that the incidence of people disappearing was much higher. So I'm wondering if they got abducted by the abductor ray, or if they just got disintegrated. So maybe they weren't quite as sleepy as people thought. Now let's get on to the ratings for this model. The build time was 20 minutes. It was basically just snipping it off a sprue and then gluing it together. Now this would seem a perfect candidate for a push fit model because it doesn't get any more simple than that, and I'm wondering why it wasn't. Aside from that, the ease of build score I'm going to give it is a 5 out of 5. So ease of cleaning gets a 3 out of 5 because cutting it off the sprue left a few large marks on the side, so they took quite a lot of cleaning up, filing and smoothing out. The overall model only gets a 2 out of 5. I love the front and the back of the models, but I just feel the sides, they're too smooth. They could have done with some detail in them, like scratches or a few broken bits, but there's just no detail on them whatsoever on the sides. So that is why I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. Plus, if I give the Silent King a 5 out of 5, I can't very well give this a 3 or a 4, can I? It's only a bit of terrain. All in all, the Convergence of Dominion is an okay looking model, very easy to build and fairly easy to clean up. I think having the 3 different states of it is very cool. If you have more than one in your army, you'll obviously need another pack of these to represent each state when it gets wounded, from almost whole to slightly damaged to completely damaged. It does just scream Necron though, doesn't it? Thanks for watching this relatively short video. Like I said before, I will be trying to rate as many model kits as I can, budget permitting, and time permitting as well, I suppose. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Plenty more of that kind of stuff, plus 3D printing, plus Kickstarters, anything model related really. So much appreciated. See you in the next one.